You have frontrunner Donald Trump making an appearance just a short time ago at an event in New Hampshire. This is at the No Labels Convention. This is a group that pushes for a bipartisan civil approach to politics. And there was a woman who was in that audience who challenged Trump on his support of women and specifically women's health. Here you go.
So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can prove me wrong, but I don't think that you're a friend to women.
I knew I shouldn't have picked her. I knew I shouldn't have picked her. All right, so let me give you that answer right now. I respect women incredibly. I have had women working for me in positions that they've never worked in terms of construction, in terms of so many different jobs. I had a woman who was in charge of the building of Trump Tower many years ago, before it was even thought, before anybody would have even thought of it, and did a fantastic job. I have given women more opportunity than I would say virtually anybody in the construction industry. I have a daughter named Ivanka and a wife named Melania who constantly want me to talk about women's health issues because they know how I feel about it, and they know how I feel about women. I respect women. I love women. I cherish women. You know, Hillary Clinton said he shouldn't cherish. Well, I said I do cherish. I cherish women.
I want to get paid the same as a man, and I think you understand that. So if you become president, will a woman make the same as a man, and do I get to choose what I do with my body?
You're going to make the same if you do as good a job. You're going to make the same if you do as good a job, and I happen to be pro-life. Okay? I'm pro-life.
All right, let's go to Sarah Murray, who was there at that event in New Hampshire. And I mean, listen, this wasn't a normal Republican home field advantage for Donald Trump. As we mentioned, this is a bipartisan event, this young woman speaking up. What do we know about this young woman? And tell me more about that exchange, Sarah.
Well, I think you're absolutely right. This is not Donald Trump showing up at a rally with thousands of adoring fans who want to tell him how great he is. This is a room of New Hampshire voters, many of them undecided, and many of them today skeptical about Donald Trump's message. I think we saw that from that woman who asked Trump the question today. And I actually think that Donald Trump handled this question, particularly when it comes to women's reproductive rights, in a way that many Republicans wish candidates would handle this answer. He just said, I'm pro-life, look, that's it. He didn't get into some of the details where candidates in the past have gotten themselves into a lot of trouble. And so I think if you're a Republican strategist looking at the way Trump answered that question, you're actually really pleased. And he sort of came out, he still, offered some jabs at President Obama, but for the most part, he came onto a stage in front of a room of voters with their doubts, and he took their questions. Brooke?